is 757. It's the best podcast on the East Coast. No limit, you heard me?
You have a schedule. That's a schedule. If you want to see, all right, so let's take the podcast. What the fuck?
Yeah.
God damn. And it was just so, and it's real.
I'ma sit in that bitch like that.
You feel?
Black ass.
You want a fortress.
Dreadhead.
Damn. No Limit Podcast with Shogun D-Lo.
So you said it back. Let's start this over. Time and time again, we come back with the best of the best in the biz. You already seen first season, so you actually already know what the name is. But for the ones that don't, we are the No Limit Podcast.
Don't worry about me. We got cocaine and coffee here. We're gonna get wide and have a big party.
DX, this is what you wanted, G.
Bonafide beat.
Hey yo, elementary students always talking reckless, but luckily I graduated. Niggas want attention so bad that it's elevated. Niggas watch a podcast, they feelings getting elevated. My God, they mad cause I'm the rap god. Nigga, don't never mention my name unless you five guys delivering orders. I'm the lieutenant rocking 3 stars. Fuck a top 5 if I'm the one upon a seesaw. These niggas don't match my weight, and I can easily see it. They Babylon the word salad, using words with no meaning. Cause these bars in this bar real trash, deleted, I promise. You don't really want me up in my bag, cause it gets real ugly when I start. It will last, my nigga. My pen too sharp to paint art with. I tear shit to shred like it's hard to see on carpets. It's fire in their eyes, and my talent the one that sparked it, nigga. I had to waste a bead on these niggas. The talent so discreet, it's so different. These niggas reach their peak, go figure, and I'm chillin' on the album, ain't released it yet. A classic after classic, a nigga had to go reset. A clique full of no-name niggas, a bunch of rejects. They really don't want problems, they bluffing. They think writing rhymes a tall task, but it's nothing, give me 5 minutes. Ain't this how a boxer moves, swinging from the fences? It's Mayweather out of retirement, you keep playing with matches, gotta learn how to fire get. Known for always starting shit, and trust me, I finish. Take a lead, you fall short, now you stuck in the trenches, my nigga. Elementary students always talking reckless, but luckily I graduated. Niggas want attention so bad that it's elevated. Niggas watch a podcast, their feelings getting elevated. My God, I'm tired of niggas talking so much. Always lying on they dick about the bitches they fuck. Always asking for a favor, disappear in the clutch. Always riding coattails till the driver mess up. Then they wanna act different, then they back on your nuts, my nigga. Money and Lord Bronson can only match the pen, and even them niggas know better. They know what time it is. The rap god, the rap god, the rap god.
Enough is enough, ladies and gentlemen. Enough is enough. You already know what it is, ladies and gentlemen of the 757. This is the best podcast on the East Coast. You're now tuned in to the No Limit Podcast with your guy, Just Ed, D-Lo the Shogun, and you already know what we do. You know what we do here. Ladies and gentlemen, do I even have to keep saying it? I bring the best of the best of the best. Rappers, singers, artists, anything. Entrepreneurs, clothing designers. And speaking of that, we got somebody top tier in the building. We got the owner, the creator, the originator of Ezekiel's clothing right here in the building. You know what I'm saying? How you feeling, G?
I'm doing good, bro. How you doing? Peace.
I can't complain, man. I can't complain. I want to give a big shout out to my guy right here. He watched my previous interview. He understood the energy. He even got some of the drama that comes with it, ladies and gentlemen. He got some of the drama that comes with it. Now, at least somebody understands what I go through on a daily basis, you know? But hey, this ain't about them. This is about him. You know what I'm saying? Tell everybody who you are, where you from, and we'll go from there.
My name's Sean Stewart. You know what I'm saying? Born and raised in Lexington, Virginia. I'm from the 540. I've been living in the 757 for a minute. So yeah, I'm a country boy. I moved up here about 4 years ago, and I'm a true Virginia Cavalier. I'll be all over the state. I've been in every area of the state of Virginia.
You said the 540, and first and foremost, my children's mother, she's from that area, Lexington, Glasgow area.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? We both have ties in the 540. I've actually went to school in Roanoke, Virginia.
Yes.
In Franklin County, Virginia. So it's kind of crazy when you said the 540, it doesn't get mentioned at all. Like most of the time, the 804, 757 kind of solidifies Virginia.
True indeed.
And then I always got to put in, hey, don't forget the 540. There's people out there. So I'm glad that I finally have somebody to represent and be like, yeah, look, I'm here, country boy. They understand when I tell people I didn't hit a buzzard with my Jeep and the feather's still in my grill.
Yes, sir.
People don't understand that. They don't understand when you wake up early in the morning, there's still stars in the sky. You got deers eating at your lawn, looking at you like, good morning.
So different.
They don't understand,
The
man.
mountains down there.
Exactly.
81. We off 81. You know what I'm saying? Interstate 81.
Bro, it's so crazy, man.
Yeah.
But tell everybody, man, like, let's give a little bit of history, you know, about yourself. How was it with your clothing brand, like Ezekiel's Wheel?
True indeed.
It's so different. And shout out to D'Angelo Xavier before we start. I think
brother right there. Shout out to DX. He know what it is.
You know what I'm saying? I think I went backwards right now. The introduction song was To Whom It May Concern. I had to pull D'Angelo Xavier's teeth to get that song out of him because I wanted him to go against different people, and he was like, nah, they ain't worth it. But I finally found somebody, K-Rod, to go against him, and he was just, in the song, he said, I had to waste a bead on these niggas. Yo, he was very upset, but I had to talk him through it, and bro, he might not say it, but it was great exposure for both cats. I respect both of them. They weren't really disrespectful, but the lyrics was disrespectful, as y'all could heard. You know what I'm saying? You already heard it. He meant business. He meant business. You know what I'm saying? And when you come on a podcast and watch podcasts with different artists and rappers and you think you tough shit, be weary, because other people are watching too, and they not going for that. They not going for that goofy shit. For real. But like I said, man, let everybody know the history. Like, where did the idea come from?
All right, so the idea of I was actually incarcerated at the Lawrenceville Correctional Center, and I met a brother from Virginia Beach. Shout out to Amani Williams. Parts of Amani Melvin. Brother been down for quite a while, and around like 2011, I had ended up at Lawrenceville Correctional Center. I was doing a bid for some drug charges, and it was sort of our lingo. You know, I was in the drug program here, so at Lawrenceville, we smoked a lot of weed, you know what I'm saying? And the way we would communicate around officers or people that we really weren't cool with, because we all were like, you know, different branches of Islam, you know, he'd be like, let's go get in the will, because, you know, biblically, Ezekiel's will, you know, sort of like in the book of Ezekiel, it talks about the prophet Ezekiel coming in contact with extraterrestrials, is what some say, what some scholars believe. And that was sort of just a code thing. And then before I had got out, I left Lawrenceville around like 2012, 2013. Before I came home, we was having a conversation before I had left. And he was like, man, you need to go home and start a clothing line and call it Ezekiel's Will. And at the time, I was like, yeah, I had left it on the back burner. This was around 2013. I came home, got some bullshit, violated, and went on a run to York, Pennsylvania. I got family up north. So I went to York, Pennsylvania, and then when I got, you know, I was on the run for a year for some petty shit, weed charges. And then I was in the York County prison, and I ran into these Puerto Rican dudes, and I was trying to come up with the idea because, like, damn, I need to create something to stay out of this situation. I created, I came up with the wordplay Ezekiel's Will, but I couldn't figure out what to add to it. So I kept saying Ezekiel's Will, higher science. I met these little Puerto Rican dude from Lancaster, and he's like, nah, call it Ezekiel's Will, higher intelligence. And I said, damn, the light bulb came on. And then my celly was this young white dude. He did tattoos in the pod, so he kind of came up with the logo. Just he kind of brought about the rough draft of what the logo would look like. And then of course, you know, I eventually did my time in, you know, PA and got extradited back to Virginia. And then some of the best artists in the state, is incarcerated. And, I just kept enhancing it. And then when I got in there, I came up with more ideas, slogans, different designs, and I would get people, I couldn't draw, but I would present the idea to different artists in prison, and they would draw these designs up. And then when I came home, it was just a whole nother ball game. I was able to take them to, send them to people through the, Instagram, Facebook, and they would really bring them to life.
Yeah, because I want to say, I respect anybody that promotes anybody else's work just off the humble. You know what I'm saying? And DX came in here in his interview, and to the point where I thought it was his clothing brand. I was like, damn, that shit fire, because I was looking at it, and I was looking at the color scheme. Like, sometimes I get tired of beginning entrepreneurs. They put it on t-shirts, they put it on the hoodies, True. And it just be so bland, bro.
True.
Be so bland. And then when I looked at this, D'Angelo, I'm gonna just say DX. When I looked at DX and I was looking, I was like, yo, that's a tough ass fit, bro. I was like, I like that shit. He was like, yeah, no, it's Ezekiel's wheel and whatever like that. And just so happened with that, an artist and anybody out there that has a business, you gotta watch who you put, your clothing in, because you want them to promote your stuff the right way, and DX did it the right way. This interview wouldn't have happened
without DX,
because we wouldn't have known each other. Wouldn't even known about Ezekiel's wheel. Wouldn't even know about the history of the brand itself without somebody else playing the middleman. So you never know who you're going to be around. You never know what opportunities might come around. You just got to be prepared 24/7.
That's right.
24/7, every day, all day.
It was sort of like divine intervention.
Bro.
It was like divine intervention because, like, when I saw DX, everything that he be doing a lot of podcasts, and he always, every time he go on, he rocks. He's a brand ambassador. And before I even met DX, I was already doing stuff with different people, just send them to, because I go on the internet and fish. I'm trying to get my brand out there.
Exactly.
So the first person who did it was my brother from the DMV. He's from Richmond Highway, Alexandria, a artist by the name of Blue Times 2.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He was the first one that did it, and then I connected with members of Lord Mob. The first person I met through Lord Mob was, I was a fan of Conway the Machine and the Griselda movement.
Okay.
And through them, just listening to Conway, I heard Flea Lord. And from Flea Lord, I sent him a message one time, inboxed him. I sent him some merch. And somehow I got connected with Stars Coleman. Stars Coleman is one of the members of the group. And it kind of snowballed from there. I met Stars Coleman. Through Stars Coleman, I met Bad Lungs. Through Bad Lungs, I met G4 Jag. But before I met G4 Jag, who's a part of Lord Mob, I met his brother Mercy, the Harlem Kid. So, I met a lot of artists from different groups. And then recently I've been dealing with brothers from BSF, which is the Black Soprano family.
Okay.
Cool. Flames Malik, rock my merch. And then I sent some merch to Fuego Bass. So a lot of brothers been showing me love. DJs. I've been on a few podcasts. I've been on one out of Lincoln, Nebraska called Always Chillin'. And then I was on another podcast, Spin Cycle 7033, which is my cousin. They have it out in West Virginia. So I've been on quite a few podcasts.
Yeah, I respect that, bro. And like you just said, bro, it's a snowball effect. If the energy is good and it's genuine, True people indeed. Are going to tap you into other people that they know.
True indeed.
You know what I'm saying? And it's that's the way it should work. It should be all good energy. Whether or not somebody started first, second, last, third. At the end of the day, we're a culture.
That's right.
And we should really be supporting each other in the right way, bro. We can do a lot more damage working together than working against each other. It's a reason why they push us against each other, because guess what? When we're divided, we're weak.
True indeed.
When we're together, we're strong. True. So it's just one of those things, bro. We really gotta push, especially people like last show we was talking about crabs in the barrel and VA and stuff like that. And I allow people to come on the show and talk their truth and really put out everything they gotta put out. But y'all sometimes, man, y'all gotta stop giving me half-baked information, bro. Because when I get half-baked information and I love everybody, it it disturbs everything, bro. Because I'll have people come on the show talking da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and you had this person, and that's what the reason why I want to come on the show, because I had to solidify this. Bro, I'm so tired of that, bro. I'm in season 3, and in season 3 I've gotten more information on each other and the bad note than the good note, and it shouldn't be like that. Stop going to these events, dapping these people up if you got animosity, bro. Speak on that shit. And you ain't necessarily got to get to swinging or get to shooting. Speak your truth in a respectful manner. You know what I'm saying? When I have issues with other people and stuff like that, I don't hit them with no disrespect. Because honestly, if I did disrespect you or you felt like I disrespect you, we can talk about it. But if you on that negative, expect negative, and nobody really wants that for real. That's right. You know, but like I said, everybody so far, bro, they seem genuine. Maybe I gotta buy a whole warehouse facility just so I can put y'all in, so y'all be nice to each other. And maybe that I have to do that so y'all can network properly without being envious or jealous or plotting on each other. Because when y'all come on this couch, it's different energy towards me, but everybody else is hate. I don't like that. I really don't, bro. And that's not what I wanted the platform to be about. That's not what I want Virginia to be about. Though I come from different states, different cities and stuff like that, Virginia just feels like home.
True.
You know, it feels like home. But I get tired of everybody coming here. I feel like I get tired of everybody that's in the state feeling like they got to get out of the state to really press themselves. Why do you think everybody else from other states come here?
Yeah.
They do it because they see a gold mine. They know the gold is here. They're just, oh, you leaving? Can I get your pitchfork? Can I get you? Can I? Okay, go ahead, give me 3 of them. And then the next thing you know, you're gonna have somebody from Idaho booming in VA, and you be like, but he ain't even from here. So he opened the market and he took it for what it was, and you left it alone. Can you really be mad at that guy?
That's true.
Because he saw something that you didn't, or that female. Can you really be mad? Everybody wants to jump to these already hot cities and oh, they got love for me, bro. Y'all are literally goldfish going in a tank full of sharks. You know what I'm saying? Especially the hot cities that everybody be talking about all the time. Virginia is the best place you can Virginia is the best place you can be to really solidify your shit.
That's true.
And I'm, you know, a lot of people might not like what I just said, but the proof is in the pudding, bro.
That's true.
I could have went anywhere else and did this podcast and be like representing that, but I came here and I seen the potential here, and this is what I want to do. And when I get everybody together here, I'm gonna jump to the 804, or the 804 might jump here. Then the 540. I didn't try to bring a whole lot of 540 people, but they're so stuck in their ways of.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And it's just like, bro, if you really want to move out of your city or whatever, or get known in different cities, then you got to get out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to travel, and a lot of people, when I was charging people, I was charging them because motherfuckers would ask to be on the show, and then they don't show up. So now you wasting my time. I got kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking time away from my kids to help y'all out in y'all's career. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I started charging. Once I started seeing people, do right, that's why I was like, man, fuck it. I like what you got going on. Show it. Especially with Ezekiel's wheel, bro, because I love the clothing, bro. Yes, I love it. And if D-Lo was here, D-Lo is way more fashionable than I am. But when I find a certain brand that I like it, and I won't let it go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that.
And I love the brand. I love the color schemes. And I've like, even DX can approve. I was like, hey, bro, what size that hat? What size that shirt? And I think when I asked for the shirt, he was just like, hey, man, it might be too small for you. And I thought it was a fat joke.
I don't come to a brother's podcast or something that somebody bless me with unless I bring a gift. I come bearing gifts.
Man,
so
stop playing.
I had to bring you something.
Stop playing.
Nah,
look, hey.
My brother wanted the glow in the dark truckers.
Let's go.
Dark truckers, and then I bought him my latest. You know what I'm saying? Rendition of Legion of Doom.
Oh
Hawk and
my.
Animal T-shirt.
Let's
on the back. You see what the words say. We snack on danger. We dine on death. It is what it is.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? I bought it to my brother right here, so you know.
That's fire,
my
bro.
gift for brother and invite me on the
That's
show.
fire. Hey.
Yes, sir.
Ever.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna do it to my. Hey, baby.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna need you to braid my hair so I can put this hat on, cause this, you know, I love my hats. Bro, I have so many hats
sir.
that I can't wear because usually I leave my hair out. But for this, I definitely braid it up.
Yes, sir.
This is fire, bro. Oh my gosh, bro.
It glows in the dark.
It glows in the dark. Hold on. I want people to see my face. Can y'all see? Y'all can't feel it, but the quality in it, because a lot of people be cheap. The quality in this hat, bro. Breathable in the back, glow in the dark, brand on both the front and the sides, bro. And it's you can if you know how to put it on, you know how to put it on. You can put this on, bro. I got a fit for this, bro. Oh my gosh, I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
I ask y'all all the time. I'm sorry. I ask y'all all the time to come to the stew, to the podcast, and bring some merch. That way I can hang it up. That way I can let everybody see it. And I've only had, hold on, let me think about it. Out of 3 seasons, I've only had 3 people do it.
Wow.
1 in my first season and 2 in my last. No, I'm gonna say 4. 1 in season 2 in season 1 and 2 in season 3. And that was DJ Hefe. I had Jinx. I'm not gonna butcher her name, I'm sorry. It was a year. It's almost been a year, so I kind of forgot, but she brung in some stuff. And now I got Mr. Sean Stewart.
Yes, sir.
Bro, that shit tough, bro. I don't think people understand. I genuinely appreciate stuff like that, bro, because one thing for sure, I'ma wear it every day I get the chance of, to the point where people, y'all done seen me in this jacket plenty of times on multiple episodes. Y'all done seen me in these jeans, these shoes. That's because I love the way it feels. I love the way, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So now that I got some more clothing to add to the arsenal, bro, oh, y'all gonna be like, damn, that's all he fucking wear. Yup. That's all I wear. You know what I'm saying? But tell them about the process. I mean, I know you told like the branding story of how you came up with the idea and shopping around for designs and stuff like that. But as somebody that designs clothing, he has a whole clothing line. Describe the process. Is it nerve-wracking? Is it easy to you?
Well, clothes could be, I would say, because, you know, clothes, the clothing industry or just fashion as a whole, it changes so fast. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I just go to the mall to get, you know, to steal ideas. Because we just imitating other people's art. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it real. Even though I come up with my own ideas, I still have to see something to inspire me to create my own version of it or something better. And I always believe that I can create something better than that. And, you know, no disrespect to like cookies, but I was always told that you have to be confident in yourself when you're doing something. When you building a pyramid, you got to be confident that you can build it. So my thing with building my own brand was I was a fan of cookies. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I grew up in the area. You know, I grew up watching Joe. I'm a Bulls fan. Love the Bulls. Just grew up wearing polo, Timberlands. You know what I'm saying? I put the under and over. I'm over 40, but I'm under 50. So
Yeah, exactly.
I don't need a number at that.
Exactly.
Too much talking, but,
Finally.
You know what I'm saying? but you know, and black don't crack. Let's keep it real. But as far as the brand process come, I see things. I'm a big fan of wrestling when I grew up. You know, not really the wrestling that goes on there. I watch it occasionally, but I grew up in the era of like the Four Horsemen, the Road Warriors. I just use different ideas, things that connect with my brand, things that connect that I can, you know, that coincide with my lifestyle. And the reason I picked the Road Warrior T-shirt, the Hawk and Animal, because when I grew up, I have a younger brother. We were fans of Hawk and Animal, and then as I got older, it became a thing with you know, coming up hustling and whatever. I was friends with, you know, a lot of people, and they were like, man, y'all road warriors, you know, because we was always on the highway doing whatever, you know, traveling state to state, city to city, and it kind of stuck. And the thing about it, how I connected with the brand was because Hawk and Animal were like, you know, like they were very universal in their method of their characters as far as wrestling. You know, their characters very universal. It was relatable to blacks, whites, whatever, because they were like, you know, bikers, but also they had like that street swag, like hardcore, you know, gritty.
I remember playing with them in video games, so I definitely
I
understand.
just like applied it to like, damn, I could connect this with my brand. Same way with, you know, I got a design with Ric Flair, but I always try to get, you know, before I release certain things, and Ric Flair's still living, you know, God bless Hawk and Animal, Legion of Doom, but Ric Flair's still living, and how I've been trying to reach out to him was, you know, on his Instagram page, he has outlets, you know, phone numbers and things you can reach out to him, or email. So I'm trying to reach out to him before I just use his likeness on something. I don't want to be sued by somebody. Bro,
do you like, and not to cut you off by any means, because I want to talk a lot more, because one of my business partners, shout out to A Monty, he's a big wrestling fan. So that t-shirt I won't wear on Monday's show, just for the simple fact that he'll try to steal it. He's a big wrestling fan,
right.
So he'll try to take that shit.
Right.
Now, yeah, I'm talking, Monty, I'm talking about you, because I know how you get with that wrestling. You know what I'm saying? But no, I'm just giving my forte on that, because I understand how that is. Because like when I came up with the No Limit podcast, first thing my girls had said, she was just like, "So what are you gonna do about Master P?" And I was just like, what do you mean? She was like, No Limit is associated with him. When Usher saying, got that Master P, No Limit, baby. And I was just like, be honest with you, bro, this man working on cereal. But you know, before I created the LLC and got everything trademarked and stamped, I was like, okay, cool. Instead of just doing No Limit Entertainment or No Limit this or that, I was like, I did the proper research, and it's for everybody to do trademarks and copyrights on their name. When you put it in the system, it'll let you know if the name's already taken or ready to go.
True indeed.
You know what I'm saying? So when I put in No.Limit.podcast and it hit that green check mark, I was like, good, I don't care anymore. Don't get me wrong, I did hit them up, and I was like, hey, look, I know this is gonna be bigger than what it is. Right. This is my goal, to make it the biggest platform ever on the East Coast.
True.
So you're going to see it a lot. I just want to get your blessing. Make sure you cool with it. I don't want to take any likeness off of it. Hell, I even went out my way one time and hit him up. This was my last time. I was like, hey, if you ever see this right now, then hey, I would love to get some artists of your camp on, or I'd love to work, or maybe you could put me under the No Limit label where I just do interviews for him. True. Never got a response. So when I didn't get a response for it, I was just like, maybe this is a sign from God. It was just like, hey, look, do what you got to do.
It's meant to be. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So I took it and ran with it. But a lot of people, they need to do their due diligence, like you just said. Don't just take somebody's creativity or likeness. If you have an idea that might wash away from it, or take, you know what I'm saying, hit them up as just a respect thing.
Out of respect, right?
You know, it's all about respect. Most people would love it. Even if they don't even do it anymore, they would love it. Like, yo, you still representing out here for me. I appreciate it.
And I'm a fan of wrestling, you know. But before you even got to the wrestling thing, what I was saying is, just the creativity behind me creating the logo, which I've trademarked, which is I'm an LLC. My hat right here, which is like, I don't have a t-shirt.
Yeah,
I
that
do have
shit.
a t-shirt with the design, but the t-shirt, the alien right here, if you look on the hat, it's an alien in the cockpit of a weed leaf, so it's a flying saucer. And if you look at the words on it, it says Ezekiel's wheel, higher intelligence. And the science behind the design came about because when you smoke weed, it's like you taking a trip in a flying saucer. And then you become the alien who operates on a higher intelligence. So that was just the whole mindset behind, I want to create something similar to cookies, but better. Because cookies, when you look at it, no disrespect, I would love to meet Burner one day because he's a very good businessman. I see a lot of people like Runts, a lot of different 420 brands deal with him. And the thing that I wanted to do as far as 420, because I'm so cool with, like, you know, women and people that I grew up with to see me that's been supported by brand. They were like, man, I would love to have that for my kid, but you got to remove that weed leaf. And my thing was, I can make one design twice, one with a leaf and one without the leaf. So that way I can sell to two markets.
Exactly, because I guarantee you, man, growing up in school, shout out to Jeezy. you got me in so much trouble, bro. Wearing the snowman. Bro, cause I'm looking at it like I'm telling my stepmom, I'm just like, cause we see it in City Trends in Burlington. I'm just like, this got bedazzled in it. Like back then, that was hot. Wearing it was the fire, bro. And she was like, you don't even know what that means. I'm not gonna see you in school. So I was like, okay. So I cut grass for a whole summer. I mean, a whole summer. I was out there, bro. I was probably Wesley Snipes black, and I earned the money to buy my own snowman. I had the snowman beanie. I had the snowman shirt. Bro, I put so much money in everything I had. And, kids, bro, we so sneaky. I put the snowman thing in a book pack, wear like a collared shirt, and be like, okay, I'm gone. And go to school, go in the bathroom real quick. And they're like, oh, you got that snowman on? Yeah. Teacher pulled me, come here real quick. When I finally realized as I got older what the snowman really was, I was like, okay, I can see how it would be the image thing. But for kids, bro, they like your best promoters, bro, because they can be like, yo, you wearing that EZwheel wheel? I see you, G. I see what you got on. Right. Just like Cookies, because Cookies in high school, they started with the socks. Yeah. And we were like, damn, bro, you bold as hell. You wearing weed socks. But I'm looking at the brand right now, Ezekiel's Wheel with the alien and everything. And you, like you said, you can go back and forth to either or. Bro, that's a high commodity because most brands can't go back and forth. They either have it like that, either you're old enough to wear it or you're not. And you got both, bro. True.
So what I've been working on, and then another thing that I did, I saw when you did the podcast with DX, and he was talking, he was like, damn, the brother even got his own slogan. So I came up with the slogan, what I've always been a big Nike head. You know what I'm saying? I wear other shoes, but I've always been a Nike fan. And the reason I said it because always what I admired about Nike as a kid, they had the slogan, just do it. Mm-hmm. It was just the mindset of, it's nothing that we can't do. We just do it. So my mindset was when I created Ezekiel's Wheel, I said I had to have something catchy that can relate to everybody. So I was like, saying Ezekiel's Wheel, higher intelligence, get in the wheel. And then I took it a step further, which is on the side of the half. You look, get in the wheel and take flight because there's no limits to what we can do with, the thought process. The mind is whatever you conceive in the mind, you can achieve. And I've always stayed, I've been, loyal to that thought. Like, man, and I like when I talk to other brothers, like you had the brothers in here, I seen that they were two Muslims. I come from a different branch of Islam, but the first thing we was taught by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was to do for self, to create your own lane and manifest your own reality. And I've stuck with that, since, I started practicing Islam probably around 97. So I've stuck with that. So, all praises due to Master Farad that came in the person of, all praises due to Allah who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, because him coming to us, in North America and just giving us the 120 degrees and blessing us with the knowledge to do great things, I've allowed that over time in the process to manifest in my life, and it's changed me as a man. My thought process, how I deal with people, how I interact with the world, and I respect how you talk to the brothers that came here. You like, it's okay to agree to disagree, but at the same time, what are we beefing about? Yeah, we too far behind in life to be beefing. What can we do to a step? Because when I meet other brothers, as black people on a spiritual level, we've let a lot of religious shit divide us. I don't care if I grew up a Christian, you know what I'm saying? My mother's a Christian. I've been around Christian. I deal with brothers in all walks of life. I don't care about your religious, outlook, because to you be yours, to me be mine. My thing is, how can we get some fucking money together? Yeah. How can we get money together? How can we grow together? How can we build pyramids? We came from building pyramids. So people stole our whole concept over here in America, how to make things. The whole world revolve around us. So how can we build these pyramids now?
For a fact. And the reason why I'm laughing right now, ladies and gentlemen, is because my grandfather, rest in peace to him, we have on his side of the family, there's a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses. A lot. And
I have a lot of my family as well.
Yeah. And one of the things is I had a great uncle that wouldn't get a blood transfusion. They don't believe in that, whatever. And my grandfather had me sitting in the garage one day, and he said, I love him to death. We came from the same womb, but I'll be damned if I need blood and I let a certain religion tell me I can't get it. He said, I don't care if it's goat blood. I'll be just so I can live and get some more money.
Right.
And like that right there, it just hit home to me because I'm just like, my father growing up, he didn't allow us just to be one religion. At one point of our lives, he was just like, he'll send us to church and stuff like that, ask us what we learned and what's the benefit of it and stuff like that. But as we got older, he was just like, hey, would you like to read the Quran?
True indeed.
Would you like to read Buddhist texts? Would you like to read the Bible with me? And that's one of the most things I respect from my father, because he allowed us to choose our own religion and allow us to understand our own purpose in life, you know, because everybody believes in something different. That's and nowadays everybody can believe in anything, and if you deny it or you say something about it, people have so many rebuttals. But honestly, I just love the knowledge in general. Like, I love learning from other cultures, different religions, to the point where now I got kids of my own, and now I got to start the whole process over.
That's right.
You know, I had my daughter the other day, like almost a week ago. She was like, Daddy, who's Jesus? Like, who's this, like, this person and stuff like that? And I was like, where'd you hear that? Some people in school were talking about it, and I was just like,
right.
As she was younger, I would bring her to church and stuff like that.
Right.
But it was just like, one thing that I hated about going to church is because I felt like I was forced.
Right.
And when you feel like you're forced to do something,
you become rebellious.
Exactly. And it wasn't until my father looked at that and was like, you know what? I'm gonna do something different.
True.
I'm gonna allow you to explore, understand, and if you have questions, I'll teach you. The only thing that really stopped me personally, and you know, long live D-Lo, I want to start that back up again and study different religions and study just so much, bro. Just because I feel like I lost my faith throughout the years going forward. Like, I was real religious and I was real this heavy on this,
right.
And over time I just lost it. True. And I want to get it back, but this time I want to understand everybody.
True.
Like, I think my purpose here on life, and a lot of people are still searching for their purpose, but I feel like my purpose in life is to understand everybody and to showcase it in the best way. Yeah. You know, I don't want to be ignorant or badmouth anybody if I don't understand it.
Right.
You know, it goes from religion to sexuality. Like, I'm not gonna bash you for it. Like, there's some religions in some states and some countries that be like, hell nah, you fucking weird, you non-binary, nah. I like talking to those people, bro.
True. I
like talking to them to understand why do you feel like this.
My mindset is always when dealing with people, I don't care about your color. I don't care about your belief system. I judge you by character and content.
Exactly.
Because that's all we have. Your word is your bond. So when you meet people in life, first of all, we're only here for a very small amount of time. I'm realizing that. You could be gone. So me, I grew up in a small area where I grew up around white people, black people. And then, you know, as you got older, you branched out into the world. You know what I'm saying? And then I've lived in, you know, up north. I've lived down south. I've lived here in Virginia. I've lived in Northern Virginia. I've been all over the state of Virginia. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been out west yet, but I plan on traveling out there soon. You know, inshallah. And it's just a lot of things as far as, like I said, I'm not so much looking for a religious, how would you say, a foundation. I'm kind of setting my ways on what I believe. And I could die with that now, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what I believe in. But my thing is, just as a person, just to meet people, you know, to learn their ways, you know, because you can always meet somebody and you can take something from their life and apply to yours and do some miraculous things. So, you know, I'm grounded in that. But my thing is just focusing on how to get our people, because we so far behind the 8 ball with business, you know, being in a position of power to control our own. And that's what I try to do. I try to put myself in a position of power to give power to others. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And really, that's my life right now. Exactly.
I've had a statement a couple weeks ago. I had shout out to the A-Team, shout out to Booger, shout out to Blacko. I had them on the podcast, and they were talking about different people and how they switch up and stuff like that. And I'm just like, and they felt with how I was going about certain things, they felt like I was giving the person an excuse because they messed up in life. But it's just like everybody necessarily deserves redemption if they work towards it.
True indeed.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their own story, you know, and if you just go based off of what everybody else says, how are you supposed to get the actual facts, you know? And it's something that I'm learning in my 20s now. Like, I'm trying to learn, like, you can't condemn a person just because you heard some information from one person. You know what I'm saying? Right. Even in high school, when we write papers, when we had to write those essays, and y'all remember them essays we used to have to write. What they make us do? Citations. True. You know what I'm saying? Where'd you find your facts? Where'd you find your information? Where'd you find this? And you had to write multiples depending on how deep the essay was, and I feel like I've kept that from high school. I do it with everybody.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I had somebody on the last podcast say, and homie did this, and I was like, nah, bro, nah, that's crazy. Right. Only reason I said that is because I had this person sitting right beside me, and the energy and the vibe that I got off of them was totally different. Right. So it's hard to believe somebody that you just meet and be like, oh yeah, they did this and this and this. All right, well, what I got was something totally different. I'm sorry that you experienced that with them, but I got something totally different. So it's going to take multiple people to come with it. But nowadays, that comes with a backlash also. Right. Because people feel like you choosing sides or you da-da-da-da. But I try to, and I tell everybody to come through the door. When you walk through this door, when you walk through these doors, you're a part of the No Limit family.
True indeed.
Now, when you walk outside them doors and you want to talk bad about another person, whatever, I ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm non-biased. Yeah. Don't include me with it. All I know is when you walk to this, all that shit stops. We are Switzerland. When you walk inside this building, you walk through these doors, this is Switzerland. All that other shit, it dies down.
True indeed.
Now, you can speak your piece, but if I decide to bring them on the show and let y'all talk, I'm not going for that dumb shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You're going to respect me. You're going to respect my peace just like I'm going to respect y'all. Right. If you can't talk in a formal manner that gets off your grievances but also respects the other person you talking towards too, then, bro, you're not mentally ready. You're not emotionally ready. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And
this ain't the platform for that neither. This is not the platform to bring a wrestling match. I mean, I respect what you did with the brothers, like you said.
That was my first time, bro.
Something very positive.
That was my first time.
I'm like, when I came in, I was like, whoa, like, damn, this is different. You know what I'm saying? But it was refreshing because once I sit and had a chance to listen to what was going on, I loved it. And that's one thing, too, that I try to promote through my clothing line. I want you to think outside the box. Like, I don't just create a brand to have, like, okay, I got a character and this is what it is. Like, I create a brand to make you think outside the norm. Because most people think people that smoke marijuana, I don't even smoke weed no more, but most people think people think that people smoke marijuana like, oh, they slow. Nah, some of the smartest people I ever met in my life were marijuana smokers. They were the most innovative. They had a creative mind. They was tapped in, you know what I'm saying? And with my brand, this is one of my best sellers right here.
That shit fire too. Oh my God.
This right here, it says, I love the smell of loud music. So, of course, we know music don't have a smell, but we call weed loud.
Bro, it's two things that I want to say to that. First and foremost, baby, I don't mean to judge you, but I feel like my girl gets more shit done when she smokes than when she's sober.
True.
She don't smoke, I be like, hey, you gonna get up and do this and that, you gonna cook? I'll get to it. She hit that blunt, y'all get the fuck out. I'm about to get everything done. I'll be like, huh, what the fuck? I've seen this woman cook food, dinner, bro.
Right.
Mopping the floor, vacuuming, and everything off of one blunt. She don't get that blunt, everything fucked up. It's just so crazy. And then even with that, it's just like she's more motivated to do it. So even with me, bro, like if I'm listening to music, like I talk a lot of shit about drill rappers and mumbler rappers. Right. I've caught myself in the studio here. I hit a blunt before I get up here, and then next thing you know, I'm listening to the music. I'm like, damn, they actually pretty fire. Right. I was like, damn, maybe they was high doing this shit, and it can only relate to people that are on that higher level.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because when I sober back up, I tried to listen to it in the car driving back, and I was like, yeah, this sucks.
I created. I didn't bring the design with me, but like I said, I always conceal stuff in the clothing. Most of my 90% of my designs have something hidden in the clothing. And a lot of people wouldn't understand it because you don't read books. A lot of people don't read books. So they wouldn't understand. So like this one right here, it says high science. But if you look at the alien and look at the planet, you see that he's on his own planet. But there's pyramid, if I'm not mistaken. No, this one don't have. I had another picture that had the pyramid. I had those removed. But in the it says high science. But the high science is that he's reading a book from my planet, The Art of War. So I conceal, designs, logos, subliminal things in the picture. So when you look at the shirt, I'm trying to make you think outside the box. It's a different reality. That's why I call it a higher intelligence.
You got him reading, and see, I take it from it like, yo, you got him reading The Art of War. Most people that seek that higher knowledge on how to live life the proper way, and most people that have read that book are very successful. So you got somebody from outer space reading something like, okay, cool, I ain't worried about the dumb ones. The dumb ones I can get rid of real quick.
That's right.
I'm going to read what the smart ones read. That's the ones I'm worried about. Bro, it's so much symbolism in that shirt, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
And then
you can make me throw all my clothes away.
Smoking a joint. He blowing, but he's reading The Art of War. But what I always tell people it too, when I've read The Art of War several times, the book, if anybody read it, would think, oh well, the book, Sun Tzu wrote a book based off a strategy of how to fight war. The greatest war you ever fight is against yourself.
Exactly.
The greatest war you ever fight is against yourself. So once you conquer self, you can conquer everything in your circumference. Because that's where the greatest warrior is. You're your own worst enemy. And I believe that's what most of the world really don't understand. Everything that you're looking for a problem outside yourself usually starts with the problem inside yourself. So once you correct that and you kill off that enemy within, then you can solve 110% of the problems without. You know what I'm saying?
And like I said, I'm sorry, bro. Long live D-Lo, bro, because
Indeed.
that right there, that symbolizes who he was, bro. Him as my homie, my brother. And I don't give that brother title to everybody, bro. Like, he was that type of person. Like, don't try to fix everything outside. Fix you first.
That's right.
And like we used to get in arguments. I mean, like, and that's how I know he was my brother, because we would get in arguments and I could accept it.
True.
Like, I could accept it, and like being on time and handling business the right way and doing this and that and the third, and I didn't get it while you were here, bro. And I'm so grateful that you were in my life, because now that you're gone, I get it. And now I have somebody else that's on the show that just reiterated everything that you always used to say to me, bro. It's just, that one hit home. Because it's just like,
it's a saying. You'd rather hear a harsh truth from a good friend than a fake laugh from an unreal buddy. So,
and the crazy thing about it, all my homies have had that moment with me. Like,
yeah.
Though I'm like I say, I'm a hothead. I don't say I'm a hothead because how I act on the podcast. True. Like, if you were around me in certain times of my life, like, I almost fought my children's godfather. Right. You know what I'm saying? And and I was in a wrong. So he had all types to knock my head to the goddamn wall.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I respect him for that. I didn't have, for my other brother, he didn't correct me. Hey, bro, you need to chill out. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was a hoe.
Right.
I was a hoe. I'd leave the house and be like, where the bitches? Like, you know what I'm saying? And when I finally, like, he sat me down and was like, yo, bro, look, I understand it. Like, you ain't gotta do what I do, because at that time he didn't have no kids, he ain't had no girls, so he was out there. So, but when you're around it, you're like, bro, I still got it. Like, what's up?
Right.
He sat me down and was like, bro, yeah, you still got it, but you don't have to do it. Right. You got somebody. If you get in a wheelchair today, she gonna be there for you. So stick with it.
The love and conditional.
All my homies, all my brothers have corrected me. Shout out to my boy 200 Acres, correcting me on how my money. First person, one of my first homeboys that told me, hey, like, bro, you can make it. You gotta stop doing what you're doing with other people. But you can make it. I believe in you. And this man told me, I'll buy you this, I'll buy you that, because I know you're going to win. And the way your heart is, I know when you win, everybody gonna win. You gonna support everybody because that's just how you are. But it's just certain people in your life that you need to ground you.
Yeah, you need a good team. I don't care what you're involved in life. You gotta have a real team around you. And I feel blessed because when I moved here, I had family that lived here for a long time. I had an uncle when God bless his soul, Luke Vini. When I first moved here, he's not my uncle really, but he was like, to me, he was an uncle.
He was an uncle.
He's an uncle figure, but he was my family. We family. And when I first moved here, it was short after I moved here, he had got colon cancer and passed away. And it was like, I'm not a real emotional person because, I know the science of life and death, but at the same time, when you lose somebody you love, it hits you tough. I'm not a real, like I said, we all grieve different. Some people, they take it, harder than others. Some people deal with death and you move on. And when he passed, it was kind of sobering to me because it was like, damn, I just was with him, and shortly after I got here, he had got colon cancer. And then probably the worst period of my life was when I lost my father. I was incarcerated. That was rough because, when I had left the street, my dad was already on like dialysis. He was already sick. And then to lose him while I was incarcerated, that's a different hurt because you can't just get up, and go to like a normal funeral to pay your respects or to do something. You kind of like, you here, and this is the situation, and then the family's dealing with it out here. But it goes back to what you said, you take the good and bad with life. It's sobering, but at the same time, it's the reality of how we deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then you got to also look at it from the standpoint is those people that was teaching these jewels to you while they were alive, now that they're gone, then really not dead. Energy just transforms, or it just elevates to the source where it came from. So now that energy, we take on that energy because they're no longer here physically. We still gotta live for them and for ourselves. So they see us. I truly believe that. I believe the essence of, that's why I always tell people when somebody passes, I don't believe in life and death in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, that person is no longer here physically, but I believe that energy can be manifested in us because if we love them and we truly respected them, for who they were and what they represented, then we're going to, even though we got our own lives, we still going to represent them as well while they're in their absence.
In truth, and I respect that so much because truth be told, that's one of the last things he told me. Better not stop. You push that shit, and we would joke about it because we would joke about it at work and stuff like that, and be like, "Hey, look, if this happens, like this man wanted a parade. He wanted me to. He was like, you gonna go to a Drake concert for me? And he knows I don't even like Drake, bro. And I was just like, bruh. And I was like, you know what? You beat me to the punch. Bet you win. Like when he passed away, I was like, bet. I'm gonna do this shit for you, bro. Like I'm gonna go so hard, bro. Just because. And sorry for all his family, what I'm about to say, but this man was making $100,000 a year. Whew. And he was making $100,000 before he started doing podcasts. He was making $100,000 a year, and he got promoted to the point where the owner of RK had gave him that store.
Wow!
So he was the big dog.
Right.
And I told him about my vision and stuff like that, and told him I was like, man, I don't want to work these mediocre jobs. I feel like we can do this shit if we really just put our all in it. You know what this man did? He did the first episode and he was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. By our third episode working together, he was like, he quit. He let go of.
He loved this.
He let go. Exactly. He let go of a job that was paying him $100,000. He would have been set.
I never met this brother in my life, but it's funny from just me watching the videos that you've posted, since, and then just like watching the podcast, interviews y'all have done together. I was like, his energy was different. Like he brought a different energy. Like you could just tell that when people came to the show and to the podcast, he was the party of the show. We were the fire and ice. Like I'm more comical, I'm more nonchalant, no serious, like stir the pot up, and he was like, but with the business. And now that everything is solidified and you solidified with me, it's just like now I gotta play both roles. But he gave me the jewels. He gave me the techniques to do it. So now everything ain't just about a joke. Like you really gotta
when you do this, you put the work in, you put everything in, and I'm just like, for somebody to quit something like that just because he believes in what I wanted to start, oh no, it's about to be a problem. Like I'm not gonna be a threat.
True.
But it's about to be a problem.
That's right. And then you gotta think, like I said, you gotta be confident in what you do.
Exactly.
Because you ain't gonna succeed if you ain't confident. So when I meet people, I'm always confident. It don't matter who I meet. They can be, their star power could be much greater than mine. But I talk to them like I've been in business for 50 years.
You know the crazy thing about it?
50 years.
The dude that you met that was in here with the beads and stuff like that, he had said, he's like, bro, how long you been doing this? You a professional or something? I was like, no, why?
Right.
He was just like, just the way you talk and how you handle yourself. I'm just like, bro, this is me. This is what I do. Like,
that's who I am. I ain't faking it. So it's just natural.
Me and that's another thing. Me and my girl, we're so opposites that I needed her and I needed D-Lo in my corner because I can go in a room for 1,000 people and act like I know everybody. Right. But them two would always be in my ear like, hey, look, I know you cool and you smiling in everybody's face and you happy to be here, but they watching what you're doing. They plotting. You need to keep that third eye open. And I'm man, I'm cool with everybody. And then when I get fucked over, they just look like, I told you. Yeah, I told you. Didn't I tell you? And without them, like they are my balance. They are they ground me. And not no shun to my other homies. Like they still do they different parts in my life. Sure. But it's just like, I've told so many people, like, I've moved around a lot. Every year I moved around. Right. So when I found genuine friends and family and brothers and sisters, I hold on to them tight because I never had it before.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to let things just go, you know. But it's just crazy, bro. And this episode right here, like, you're so knowledgeable, bro, and you remind me of him. And I wish he was here because he would have took over this episode, bro. He would have took over this episode because this is how he is, bro. And it's just like, again, I'm more of the rah-rah. This episode right here, he really would have been putting on his stuff, bro. And
God rest the brother's soul, man.
Yeah, for a fact.
It might have been God saying that I come here and have this conversation with you. You know what I'm saying? Because I always believe you don't meet people in life by mistake. I believe everything is divine intervention or God's plan. You know what I'm saying? Some people say God's plan. So, you know, it was a blessing to come on here, sit and talk with you, just to come talk about the clothes. It was a blessing. And I'm a direct other brothers to your show. You know, if anybody out here performing, man, y'all need to come on here with Just Air and do straight up. And I want to give a big shout out to G4Jag. DX. I want to give a shout out to Mundo Slade. I want to give a shout out to Bad Lungs, my brother Blue Times 2. I want to give a shout out to all the brothers who, you know, blessed me with opportunities on Mercy. It's a lot of brothers. Jay Nice, you know, Dump Gods. Man, I want to give a shout out to everybody because, you know, I didn't get here to where I'm at by myself.
Right.
It was people that saw me, pushed my brand, Akil Ali.
They saw the vision.
YNX 716. Man, there's so many brothers that I can give a shout out to because a lot of people has been, you know, pushing my brand for me. Like, you know, some days when I want to give up on my own stuff, you know, because it's such a rigor to get up every day and have that mindset. But my mindset is, if I give up, then I can't win. But if I fight, I'm gonna make it through. And just seeing DX come on here, and I can just tell, I didn't even see you physically, but I could hear your voice and that energy that you had. As soon as I came in the building, I was like, oh, that's the brother right there. That's over there. I ain't even had a really like,
yeah, man.
You know, great minds connect. And when I saw you, I was like, oh, that's the brother right there. And then I see how you was interacting with all these brothers in here, and I could tell some of them probably was wild. They probably wild as shit.
Oh, bro.
But I know
they were so.
Keep that shit outside. When I first came up, let me tell you how real it is. When I first came, I know. Look, I did time in Virginia. I did 16 fucking years. I know Portsmouth. This shit real out here. There's two guns. I'm keeping it real. I respect everywhere I go. That's why where I go, the energy is beautiful. I don't have no issues when I go out because the energy that I exude is love, peace, and happiness. But when I came up the steps, I see a brother with the ski mask. So I was like, bro, you know what a pot? First he was like, I don't know nothing. I was like, oh, here go this bullshit today. What's going on? But then he was like, oh no, you going to the podcast? He's right there because he had a mask on. I'm like, man, what the fuck? I went to the trap. I went to the car. So, once I got here, seen brothers, and then I seen the energy. I was laughing because the two brothers sit right here talking about you soft. I was looking like, oh shit, what the fuck did I SmackDown? I was like, what is this? Wednesday Night Raw.
Yeah.
But it was just a blessing to come in. I love the energy. I love the energy. Yeah, man, I got a brother by the name of, I'm going to give a shout out to my man, Create, Justice L. Bates. Good brother, he works at Liz. He's the manager of Liz at Lynn Haven Mall. But he's got his own shop down on Witch Duck. It's going to be a shop called Can, I believe. Him and another brother, they got a shop down there called Can. And he's going to be, if you need to get hats pressed up, direct the garment, whatever, he makes beats, all that. He's a one-stop shop. Y'all get with my man on Instagram. Is Create. His name is Justice L. Bates. Y'all check him out. Good brother, man. Businessman. Family man. Solid all the way around.
Bro, I'm sorry. I don't mean to do this, but that is exactly what the No Limit podcast was for, bro. And I say this over and over every episode, every podcast I say it. That right there. You see what he just did? He promoted not just himself and his clothing brand, and we still gonna talk about it because I still got questions for it. Mm-hmm. But he promoted everybody that helped him in his success and everybody that's trying to succeed in their own entrepreneurship. That is the purpose. That is the networking purpose. That is what I wanted to do. This is what me and D-Lo created that we wanted to do for everybody else. We do not have to be this crab in the barrel. We can support each other and do it the right way. And I'm so glad you did that, bro, because that right there solidified everything. It solidified everything. Y'all put in the work. We don't mind sharing it. We don't mind promoting it. We don't mind putting it on. My next episode, which is this Sunday with Mars and whoever he brings, guess what I'm about to have on?
Getting the wheel.
I'm about, bro, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to put this shit on, bro. Like I got the outfit already made in my head, bro. This is how we do things. This is how we should do things. And anybody else that feels a different type of way, come talk to me. Maybe I can switch the way you think because we ain't got to be on hate. We ain't got to be on drama. And the only reason it might seem like it might be on drama is because I want everybody to speak their truth. But other than that, this man right here is the reason. This man right here gave it to y'all, bro. He gave it to y'all, and I wish take some notes, tap in. That's actually one of my questions. Where can people contribute or buy Ezekiel's Wheel merch?
True indeed. So I got a website. It's easy, just the letters ENZ, wheelshop.com. I'm also going to do a pop-up website. So I have two websites soon where you can go purchase the merch, which will be a pro shop that I'm going to do through a company that actually prints up my clothes. Right now, I'm in a store in Roanoke, which is called, if you're in the 540 area, Roanoke, Virginia, I'm in a store called Roots Culture Hemp on 909 9th Street. That's my man.
Let's
big
go. Let's go.
Brother Solomon and his sons. Peace to the gods. Also, want to give a shout out to my man Sam, who owns the vape shop over off of North Mall Drive. Y'all go check him out. One of the best vape shops in town. Good prices. He sells my merch out of his vape shop. So I'm in a store right now in Virginia Beach, and I'm in a store in Roanoke, Virginia. I'm going to soon be in the mall at Pursuit. So y'all go check out Pursuit in the Lynn Haven Mall. My truckers and t-shirts will be in that store as well.
I just want to reiterate what he already has said. It's multiple cities, multiple websites, and more to come. But I also want to say there's a lot of businesses out here right now that would sell your merch if you talk the right way.
True indeed.
And I told my brother, because he's trying to start his own clothing brand, and I want to tap y'all in, so maybe you can give him some advice.
True indeed. Always.
There's a lot of companies out here that will really sell your stuff for you, and you ain't even got to be in there. They get their little 10%, 20%, whatever y'all work out.
True indeed.
And really put y'all out there, bro. Really, really put y'all's merch and y'all's dreams out there. You just got to get out of your own shell and talk to people. I see a bunch of people, y'all always go to finish line. Y'all always go to the Nike store. You go to these, you go Foot Locker, you go all this, and you buy Jordans, right? You buy Jordans. You out there buying Jordans, and you buying shit that motherfuckers don't really care about you. They don't really give a fuck about you. And trust me, believe, I've had Jordan come to the school, and that nigga is on a different wave. He ain't what you all think he is. But there's a lot of people, there's a lot of stores out there that will really sell y'all stuff in the right way, bro.
That's true.
Even if it's a convenience store or a gas station, it's still you got your merch, you got your soul in a place of business.
That's right.
Where somebody might see it. You might get one sale a month. That's still a sale.
It's a sale.
You know what I'm saying? You got to do your own due diligence and really look at what stores people really go in. Talk to those people. You know what I'm saying? And not just talk to them one time and be like, oh, well, they said this, that, and that. Nah. One of my two biggest people I've ever researched, Grant Cardone and Robert Kiyosaki. Especially Robert Kiyosaki. He talks about business and finances all the time. He says when he got his first $100,000 loan, he got denied over 100 times. Over 100 times. And all it took was one yes. And he made everything happen.
After that.
So don't stop because somebody says, oh, the manager's not here, oh, the owner's not here. Show up. Show consistency. Especially for these artists out here or anybody with dreams of really pursuing this shit. Show the fuck up. If you came Friday, you come every Friday of that month. Hell, oh, you don't see me? Okay, cool. I'm gonna come every Friday and every Monday. You keep showing up to the point where people are like, damn, all right, cool. I'll give you the owner's number. Talk to him.
Yeah. Opportunities don't present themselves unless you present yourself to the opportunity. That's my mindset. So I don't care how much, because look, I had the wrong mindset. It's trial and error. When I first started clothes, I had big ideas, and I was always heard if nobody laugh at your idea, your thoughts and your dream ain't big enough. So my thing was always when I was creating Ezekiel's Will, in my mind I played out like how this was gonna happen. But my mindset has changed from how I think it's gonna happen to me talking this shit into existence. So everything that I have as a thought, I also profess out my mouth every day. That today gonna be the day. Today I'm gonna meet this person. Today I'm gonna get online through Instagram, I'm gonna shop, I'm gonna fish and grab this person. I'm gonna get this, and my goal is always to get the attention of Burner, who owns cookies. And it could take a year, it could take 2 years, it might take 3 years, it might take just 2 more days. You never know. If you quit, then you won't find out. And you gotta just stay diligent at the task of elevating and evolving. That's the thing about business. It's always evolving. So I never got stuck or complacent or comfortable with what I had. If I went back just from 3 years, I've only been in business a little bit over 3 years. I've only been officially a business owner over about a year and a half. So if I go back and just look at from where I started to where I was at now, I remember meeting my girlfriend. Big shout out to Lisa Piansky. When I met my girlfriend, this is the funny shit. This is real as fuck. My girlfriend was living in Northern Virginia. I moved in with her. She didn't know me from Adam or Eve. And when I moved in with her, I had a bunch of drawings, you know what I'm saying, of my clothing line. I probably had a portfolio of about 10 different drawings. So when I moved in with my girlfriend, I'm sitting in her house one day, it was like a Friday or Saturday, we drinking, just chilling, we still trying to learn each other, get to know each other. I've been with my woman for 4 years now, but this is the funny shit. I'm in her house, and I got all of these pictures laid out on her couch and on her table. They all over the place, on the floor, everything. And she's looking at me like, this motherfucker crazy. Like, what is this shit? And she looking at the motherfucker in her house talking about aliens and weed. And she looking at me like, what the fuck is this? But she saw me take that portfolio of paperwork, and now her whole look at me is different because she like, this motherfucker's really manifesting this shit. He really took something that was on paper. First, it was in my mind. And I had to get it out of my mind to somebody because I couldn't draw. But because I couldn't draw, it didn't stop me from bringing forth the idea. Yeah. Because everything starts with the idea. Everything is a thought. This build was a fucking idea, and then somebody manifested it.
Trust and believe.
This podcast was in your mind. You manifested it. So you took the thought and made it a reality. You put flesh on bones by bringing this into existence. You know what I'm saying? And that's the hardest thing. A lot of people in this world have great thoughts, but their Achilles heel is they don't know how to manifest it into the realm of reality. So it gets stuck as a thought and it never manifests into this realm which we call reality. So now that it's in reality, as a person, I'm not a quitter. I got too much pride to fucking quit, and I've came too far to turn back. So I gotta push it. If somebody look at me if a person was looking on the outside end, it's like a chess game. They're like, damn, you living good. Nah, man, I get up with struggles. I've lost probably more money than, but like they say, and I went to business class. I went to school in York, Pennsylvania. I went to a community college called HAC, which is short for Harrisburg Area Community College. Mm-hmm. They all over the state of Pennsylvania. You know, they in York, Lancaster, Harrisburg. I went to school there. I took business administration. This was in 2014 and 2015. I'm saying this because I was on a fucking run going to school, getting this knowledge because I couldn't really move. I was on a fucking run, so I had to go to school to get the refunds to survive. I'm flipping the refund money while I'm on a fucking run. This is just real conversation I'm having with you. But I never lost the thought of it because then I did years. So I was locked up from 2015 to 2020. I did 5 years in that period of time I was incarcerated. But I never lost the idea from just the year and some change that I had went to the community college. I took that knowledge while I was incarcerated, and then when I got out of incarceration, I just kept pushing it. You know, I'm gonna make this t-shirt. I started with 2 fucking t-shirts. I put them on Facebook, and I put up like a little post, I believe, 3-4 years ago. I created 2 t-shirts, and I had my design one way, and I had it enhanced another way. And both of them, I put like a little poll up on them on a storyline. Do you like it? Yes or no? Man, I got 100 on both of them. And from there, that was like the kickoff.
it's like, well, you have no excuses. Either you put the shit out or you don't.
No excuses, so put it out. And then, like I said, when I put it out, I'm such a big hip hop fan. You know what I'm saying? I love hip hop music. I grew up off it. I also like rock and roll. I'm a universal person when it comes to music. But I always love reggae and hip hop. And then I just started reaching out to people. Like I said, it just kind of snowballed. Stars Coleman. It went from Stars Coleman to Mercy the Harlem Kid. All Lord Mob members, the majority of them was at first. Then I met a few brothers local. And I want to give a big shout out to fucking Trap House Coda from Virginia Beach. Give a shout out to D'Angelo Xavier. Y'all show me love. I come to 757.
Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. You said Trap House Coda?
That's my man.
That's white guy, right?
Big fat white dude. That's my fucking animal.
Hey, hold on. I'm glad you said that. Hey, look here, motherfucker. I know you seen my messages. And it might have been 2 years. It almost been probably about a year ago.
Get your ass on No Limit.
Bros, I understand the hype. Like, you know what I'm saying? You want to be on a platform that I got the numbers. I got the numbers to prove it. So with that being said, Trap Host Coda, I've hit you up before. I know about your little country.
I called you out.
You know what I'm saying? Your country single, your country rap single that you put out that went over 100 million views. I mean, not 100 million views, but 1 million V's. Yeah, I watched it. I watched it multiple times, and I commented on it. Get your ass up here.
Call them out.
Get your ass up here because I'm showing nothing but love. And your ass, I know you see it.
And he a good fucking brother.
Bruh.
Fucking Eagles fan too. DX.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Come on, I'm an Eagles fan.
Bird game.
Why you think I got the afro? This is from fucking McNabb.
Eagles fan
when McNabb was a football player, I was like, I want to be just like him.
Hey, shout out to Lord Brunson. Shout out to fucking DX.
Come on.
Shout out to the brother fucking Trap House Coda.
Come on.
Eagle fans. You know what it is. Bird gang. We stand up.
Yeah.
Broad Street Bullies. You know what it is, man.
Come on.
You got to get the fuck on the show. DX came. Trap House. You a humble brother. You just might be busy. Man, bring your ass on this show.
Thank you.
Your ass on this show.
That's all I had to say. Lord have mercy. I ain't got to say no more. But nah, like, and you know the crazy thing about it? Honestly, I think it's because, like, when I did hit him up, I was so big-headed. I was like, I'm going to find the biggest motherfuckers of the 757, and I'm going to bring them on the show. I did that. I hit him up in my beginning episodes, which I'm glad. I'm actually glad that these people that I'm about to mention did not come on the show because I was not prepared fully. I was still learning everything. But I hit up Trap House Coda. I've hit up Young Crazy. I found Bobby Blaze at a Good Society event. And when I talked to him face to face, it was my first time meeting Bobby Blaze. And this man he said, bruh, you were just sending me music with bitches shaking their ass to. I didn't know what type of weird shit you had on. I was like, you know what? I'm going to come back in like a year or so, and I'm going to show you the difference of how we were. Because I remember meeting him at a Good Society event. He was like, yeah, but you was promoting your music, and it was just a bunch of bitches shaking their ass and showing titties, which that's how I promoted my music back in the day. But he was like, yeah, bro, it just threw me off. And I was like, you know what? Give me a year, I'm going to come back. Well, guess what? In June 2020, June 23rd, because when I first started, it was my birthday. When I first started the No Limit podcast, it's been a year. I'm coming for y'all, bro.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. I tell you, somebody else to get on the show from the 757, man, fucking opioid era. Ambassador Rick, King Kong, man, y'all need to come on the show, man. And I don't know y'all brothers personally, but I love your music. I'm a fucking fan. I'm just keeping it real. I always try to share it. I think a lot of y'all comment on it. Ambassador Rick, you know, opioid era, Norfolk, Virginia, man, y'all gotta come out here and show love. This brother putting on for the 7 cities.
Tap in. But you know the crazy thing about it, just give you a little history. Me and D-Lo, when we were first trying to find artists and stuff like that, because my first official artist before D-Lo came aboard was Rob J.
Right.
Shout out to Rob J. He was the first artist that I had. But after that, me and D-Lo, we was like, man, we got to get outside. We got to go. So our first event that we ever went to was the Puff and Mike event in Norfolk. Shout out to Marv P and all them and Prime Records and everything.
Right.
And literally, ever since then, and I think that's why a lot of people feel like we just came out of the blue or people just talking about us randomly. We only went to one event. And we never had to go to another event ever since. Everybody else comes to us.
That's what's up.
So it's just like, it's one of those, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where you heard the message before the show. I don't find these people, they find me.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And I love everyone that comes on the show. I haven't had anybody who just like, bro, I really don't want to do this. We've had those conversations where I could tell them, hey, bro, you need to speak up. Or, hey, bro, you need to do this with your music, if you're really taking it serious. And they all took it and ran with it, and they're doing great things. So it's just like, all the artists that you mentioned, please, by all means, come talk to your boy, bro. Yeah. Like I said, I need more family members right now. I need more No Limit family, bro. I want to, you know, when everything goes big, like top, I want to make it get a stadium with the bleachers and everybody, and have everybody that I interviewed, bro, that's successful, that's really doing, even if you're not successful in your own right at that time, I want everybody that I interviewed in the bleachers and take a picture just for my boy, just to show them that, hey, look, they did it.
You was pushing the culture.
They did it, not just for No Limit Podcast, but you did it for yourself. I want to show the world that y'all. Out of all the no's, out of everybody that told y'all couldn't do it or y'all just need to do something else, y'all did it. And when that time comes, bro, I hope all of y'all show up, bro, because it's gonna be a memorable moment. But yeah, like, I appreciate you because you putting on people that I ain't never heard of before.
I got a lot of brothers I want to, and I'm glad that you got me on the podcast. Do some of your people, do everybody that you bring to the podcast, do they come on here like and sit on the couch, or can you like zoom them in, sort of like if they
Actually, one of the top selling Virginia artists, Lyric Luciano, we've been in contact for years or whatever like that, and he put out dope songs. I mean, this man went against the Baby in rap battles and you know, toe for toe and stuff like that, revamped his music, and he came out with one of the hottest songs on TikTok, one of the biggest songs, and they got him one of his deals that he's in right now, right, which was Face Card. You know, Shawty Pressure.
Right.
Shawty, you know what I'm saying? If y'all ever heard it on TikTok or haven't heard it on YouTube or anything like that, look up Face Card by Lyric Luciano. And we did his by Zoom call. We did his by Zoom call. We tried to do and I'm about to butcher his name. No, hold on. We tried to do Gifted Hands one time through Zoom call. It did not work because our internets were just conflicting each other. So to the point where he was like, man, fuck this internet shit. He sat right here on the couch.
That's what's up.
We had Gifted Hands in here. We've had Dame Stacks in here. Damn. We had the owner of My Block Live in here. We had my Viral Virginia in here. We've had some big names in here, man. Like, we've had some people that's really presenting VA in the right way. It's just, hell, we had Pretty Loco and everybody in here. Taliban's. We didn't have a lot of people on the show. Right. It's just now I gotta get you bougie motherfuckers out. Right. And when I say bougie, I mean the Trap House coders. I need the Bobby Blaze. I need the Young Crazos. I need y'all. Hey, look, to the point where I almost had Alondo on here. Tuesday. He said he wanted to do it. Didn't happen, but guess what? He'll come back. They always come back. But yeah, it's just like the biggest ones of the city. I bring them. Not even the 757. I'm working.
Right.
Yeah, I'm working on.
Connected, and it's crazy to say. I just connected with because when you go on Instagram, you be seeing people doing promotionals. They be like, we'll do a brand. They might you might get somebody be like, we'll be a brand ambassador, or we'll be like we'll do they might have a popular following. Like you send some merch, $200 or $300, we'll rock it. Put it on our page for a week or whatever it may be. I connected with Pooh Shiesty's little brother, Baby Shiesty, out of the blue. Never met him. And I thank you, young brother, for being so humble and patient. I haven't had a chance to reach back out to you. I've been very busy. I had some legal stuff going on too outside of not me personally, but
just
my
in
brother.
general.
Yeah, I have a brother that got 40 fucking years in Lexington for some bullshit. That's a whole nother podcast. That's something that might be. My brother caught a case out there in Lexington, Virginia. They gave him 44 years, suspended all of it, but 21 years, 6 months. And my brother's living on dialysis. So free Anthony Stewart. That's my brother. Big Tone, free him. But I've been dealing with that. And actually, the dude that I just recently hired was a paralegal out of Portsmouth. Big shout out to Donnell Blunt and Hassan Shabazz, who's helping me with getting my brother out of the situation. You know what I'm saying? These are two legal aid brothers, and then his real attorney John Kohler out of Roanoke, Virginia. I've been advocating on. So for those of you who don't know about the situation, when you get the opportunity, go on YouTube and type in the modern day lynching of Anthony Stewart, and you'll get all of the podcasts that I've done, including the documentary about my brother in the situation that happened in Lexington, Virginia. So that's just something that, on a real note.
Definitely check that out. Definitely look it up and do due diligence, study, hit up the proper people. But shout out to the lawyers and everybody that you've been contacting, because again, and it might seem like, damn, you used to do artists. No, the original purpose of No Limit was not just for artists. It's people, it's entrepreneurs that are trying to perfect their crafts. I don't care if I get a lawyer. Right. I don't care if I get a lawyer that opened up his own firm. Come on. Council members, come on.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? People that really are trying to change the world, come on. At first I know I said the 757, but it's bigger than that. Come on. Like, I'm not trying to get, I need about 15, 20,000. I don't need that, bro. I can literally take care of my family working at Marco's Pizza, be honest with you. And I know my girl gonna hate when she hear that, but I can do that. But she believes in the vision. She knows what's gonna happen out of it. But I'm not charging y'all bukus full of money, bro. All I need y'all to do is show up. Show up and talk your truth. That's all I want. That's all I ever wanted, bro.
And the name speaks for itself. No limit. What else? If he say no limit, he's not putting a limitation on himself or what or who can come on the show. He's telling you, no limit. Come to the podcast, business, entrepreneurship, whatever. Bring it to this show. Artists, music, musicians, anybody positive, lawyers, delegates. This is the platform. Come sit here, sit on the couch, talk. Get it right. You know what I'm saying? We just live in a world right now where, like you said, the internet has made the world very small. So, it ain't got nothing to do with just the 757. We live in a world where there's so much going on and at such a rapid pace that, man, it's always good to reach out to people. You never know who you may connect with that can connect you to somebody great.
We didn't have people from Las Vegas. We didn't have people from Maine. We didn't have people from Wyoming. We've had people from Minnesota. It's just they watched the show and it kind of shocked me at first because they email us, and I wish D'Angelo was here to attest for it. Yeah. They email us. And then we talking or whatever, and I'm just like, yeah, we could do the show, we could do this and the third, and they be like, so where are y'all located at? And I was just like, we're in Portsmouth, Virginia, and they be like, oh, that's 21 hours for me. Like, but even then, let everybody know, bro. Like, I can definitely do Zoom calls. I can definitely do anything to make sure your voice is being heard. I just prefer you be in the seat. Because I want to meet y'all, bro. Like,
I'm gonna bring you some traffic because I know a lot of people.
You know,
I know a lot of good people. I know a lot of, I know a lot of artists because of my brand. A lot of people have been supporting me. Ronnie Dope Flow Waiters, aka Spoda, Mr. Indeed. You know what I'm saying? Give a shout out to that brother. Also, my man Sauciano Yin Yang, Gustavo. I know a lot of brothers up north. Hanzo Blades. Man, I'm gonna direct the traffic to you, brother.
And I appreciate that.
Like you said, I wouldn't feel right if I come on the show and not direct that traffic. That's how I come on here to network. I come on here to see. I want to see you grow because I know you want to see me grow. And just from the day that I saw DX on here, and then me and you had a conversation, I could just tell from the rip that it was going to be a very good vibe and positive podcast. Just do what it was going to be.
And the crazy thing about it, bro, that's literally for everybody that's watching, that's hating or whatever you're doing, bro. Literally. It's through networking. People they catch the vibe, they see how it is, and they know that it's genuine. So they're just gonna come in, and I'm gonna do the same thing I did for the last person. We gonna put it out, we gonna promote it, and I don't give a fuck if your show is already over and I'm on the next show. If you got some merch and anybody can attest to it, you got some merch. Or you got some songs, or you got anything to post, they know I posted.
I got two brothers out of Baltimore. You would love to have on the show. Dalen and Darren, shout out to Block Love. These are two of my young boys, you know what I'm saying? They're from Baltimore. They stay in Lexington, but they're from Baltimore. They're from Be More Careful. But they got a beautiful clothing line. It's called Block Love. I'm gonna connect you with the brothers.
I need more clothes.
People, yeah.
I need more dope clothes. I need more dope clothes.
Connect you with Block Love. Also I want to give a shout out to my man Chemo Suave. Live right here in the 757 Virginia Beach. Shout out to my man Chemo Suave, another good brother. He's a musician. I mean, he's an artist, and he also has a clothing line called Unforbidden. Man, dope shit, high end shit. And then I'm also working on a collaboration with my man G4 Jag. So be looking out for the Fly Family EZwheel collabo. It's coming out soon.
And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, there's so many people that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I love unique names, and I wish to see you soon. And I wish to get involved with y'all, and like anything that y'all got involved in, and you just want me to be a part of. I'm willing to do it. Like I said, bro, this episode has been fantastic, and use this episode as an example. Yes, I get a lot of artists. Yes, I get it. And I don't want y'all to see this and be like, oh, he just do artists. Oh, they just do this, that, and the third. No. All you have to do is contact me. To the point where I put it like this, and I'm not going to put the person's personal name. I had a transgender. They seen the podcast and they wanted to get on and stuff like that. And they were like, oh, can you mind if I get on? I do not care what kind of business or what you got going on for yourself. I just want to talk about transgenders and the rights and stuff like that. I told him, and that's what I told him 3 months ago. I said, look, you develop it in a nonprofit or some type of business that teaches or helps people in that category. Do not care. I literally do not care.
That's right.
As long as you do, as long as it's just, I'm just not drama based. Like, I don't like the no jumpers. I don't like the whack 100s. I don't like the breakfast clubs where it's just drama based. Oh my God, it's just drama. And then when you bring the people on, all you still talk about is drama. You don't ask them about what they got going next. You don't know about their acting career. You don't care anything about them but that 30-hour-minute segment, and then you forget about them until they got more drama. Drama, yes, it does sell, but the truth and genuine love, I guarantee you, will sell a lot more.
That's true. That's true.
And it's just...
That's real right there.
And it just is what it is, bro. And I told my girl, bro, I was like, this shit is gonna bother a lot of people. And I said it, I think, in my last show, not the show before this, but I think it was 2 shows before this when I told everyone. No, it was DJ Hefe's episode, which is about to drop soon. I just got a couple more clips and we're gonna move forward. But I told him, I was like, yo, I want the Illuminati. I want those people that are against positivity to see me who I am, because I'm not your average Joe. There's no money, there's no nothing that you can do to me or for me. And I'm gonna take it off my man's real quick so they understand who's saying it. There's nothing that you can do. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing that you can say that will destroy me. Like, at the end of the day, I'm gonna do the right thing. This gonna be the first black, brown skin, chestnut brown, whatever color you give me type of brother that's doing the right thing that you cannot stop. I don't give a fuck if you try to give me 100 million, 1 billion. I'm still gonna do the right thing, and I will be the advocate. Don't care if it died. Don't care if they try to kill me off or not. I'm gonna be the advocate for all of them. So when people see this, they gonna follow suit. So 1 may drop, but 10 gonna pop up. You know what I'm saying? Take me as a threat. Take me as somebody that you don't want to go back and forth with, because I can be petty just as you. And I ain't with that the Diddy shit and the R. Kelly shit and the Bill Cosby shit. How y'all destroyed their names and characters because they had some shit going on. You can't destroy me. They ain't shit on me. So good luck, brother. And I hope to see y'all soon. Mwah. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, this episode has been fucking fire. I got me some merch. Ah, damn, I didn't put it on back on you. I got me some merch. You know what I'm saying? I got some websites. I got the man himself in the building. He done showed y'all and told y'all exactly where to find it. So there's no more excuses. I expect to see a lot more people wearing it. And if not, you just gonna see me wearing it. And the more y'all don't buy, I'ma buy. Y'all gonna look crazy. But yeah, man, this is a genuine episode, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you for having me on it.
For a fact. Till next time, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the No Limit Podcast.